Hello, chat. How we doing, everybody? Are we doing good? Are we feeling good? Hopefully. welcome to the stream tonight. What? My headphones sound weird. Well, my headphones don't sound weird. Never mind, I'm just going crazy. Anyways, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we're doing okay, goodbye. You said goodbye, okay. As you can see, tonight, we are doing a little something special. It won't take long. It's just a short little discussion about alien movies. I'm gonna do a little alien movie tier list because I watched I watched all of the alien movies, except for the Alien vs Predator movies, but I'll get to that. And I want to yap about them, so I'm going to yap. After that will be our regularly scheduled video gaming. We're gonna play Super Monkey Ball 2, and then maybe we'll get far in Sonic Frontiers. Maybe we'll beat it. I don't know. We'll see. I also ate dinner like 10 minutes ago, so that's nice. I forgot to eat. I forgot to eat dinner. So that's awesome. Anyways, chat. The music is ending. Well, it's not, but it is going to. So I'm just going to turn it off. And why don't we just get started, huh? I don't think there's anything else to do, right? Well then, shaboop. Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for every alien movie. Just all of them. Just like, if you haven't seen them and you want to watch them, maybe just mute the stream until I'm done. But for now, that's my warning. If anybody wants to put like a pin in chat, I don't know if you really need to, but be my guest. You need to start reading the notifications. It's literally in the title. It literally says Alien Movies Tier List in the title. Anyways, chat, let me get some music. I already got a playlist set up. It's just gonna be some Metroid music. I figured that would be fitting. You don't read those either? Fair enough. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in. Okay, I've closed it. I'm gonna go in like release order, and so I'm gonna do a little scrolling, but we're gonna just start with the first. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Alien 1. Phenomenal movie. I love the first Alien. Again, I have no nostalgia for any of these movies. I just kinda like was like, I'm interested. I kinda want to watch these. And that's that. Really, that's it. I just was like, it'd be really cool. But Alien 1, I think is like one of my favorite movies now of like ever, just like of all time. I think it's really good. It was made in 1979, if that matters to literally anybody. And oh, get this fucking ad out of here, dude. Okay, well that's just gonna be there, I guess. I can't get rid of that. So I guess while I'm talking, there's just gonna be this stupid Adobe ad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Alien, wow, that's just there, huh? Alien 1, I think is still my favorite even after watching all of them. Just because I really like, it really is just a bunch of space truckers, essentially, that get, like, ambushed by this fucking insane, like, alien, like, super strong alien creature. I think my favorite part of that movie, again, spoilers, I think my favorite part is that I did not know going into any of these movies that there was like androids and shit. There's like synthezoids is what I think they refer to them as. And I had no idea that was a thing. So in the first Alien, when there's like a twist involving one, I literally just did not know that was going to happen. It was just genuinely came out of nowhere. Give me 1 second. I want to try and get rid of this little ad thing. I'll keep yapping though. Wait. Oh, hold on. I need to do this. Okay. There we go. Get out of here, dude. It's just stuck here. Oh well. Anyways. Yeah. So that's about it for Alien 1. I just really liked it. I did not expect the twist with the android, like, that caught me completely off guard. I had literally no idea that was a thing. Like, I knew about, like, the alien, like, life cycles. I knew, like, the face hugger. You know, all that famous stuff. But I genuinely did not know. So that was very interesting. And that actually becomes, like, a huge part of the franchise that I had no idea was a thing. And now we go to, where is it? Aliens. Which is also amazing. Aliens was just like, what if we make Alien 1, right? We have Alien 1. That's a very, like, you're trapped in this ship with aliens. It's very stressful. Very, very cool. And then Aliens comes around and is like, yeah, but, like, this is in the 80s now, bitch. It's time for fucking cool action. And cool fucking action happens, let me tell you. I think James Cameron... So Ridley Scott made the first one, and then James Cameron made, I believe, Aliens. He was responsible for Terminator and Terminator 2, I believe. I could be wrong. And you could tell. And honestly, for being a sequel to probably one of my favorite movies ever, now, somehow making a second one seemed like, I don't know how they're all gonna go downhill from here. And, like, yeah, I am going to order these tier lists, by the way. Yeah, it's not as good as the first. But my God, the second one was so good. Yeah, Alien was like a horror movie. Aliens is a horror movie, but a totally different type of horror movie. It's way more action. And you could definitely tell that Metroid was inspired by those two movies. Alien 1 and Aliens definitely inspired just how it all goes. And my God, it was... Aliens is so good. I love just, like, Ripley as a character. The first one did a really good job of, like, kind of hiding that she's the protagonist. Oh, wait, is that a little X? No. No. The horror is that you don't get to see the alien. Yeah, in the first one. And then the second one, they were like, yeah, but, like, you do. And somehow I still really liked it. Like, you'd think that you would lose its charm from, like, showing you the alien a lot. Well, aliens. But, man, like, I think the first half of Aliens, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is a good movie. But damn it, that fucking second half when we got the goddamn Metroid escape sequence moment, you know, I was literally, as I was watching the movie, I was going dun 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 dun. I was just doing the fucking the countdown because oh my God, it was so cool. There is a really funny scene in Aliens where so Ripley has to fucking go back for Newt. That's her name. She's this little girl that Ripley meets. She kind of becomes like a motherly figure to Newt. And I really like that too. I really like that Ripley is able to be like this kind of motherly figure, but also is not like weak. She actually kicks like major ass. She kind of like has that like 80s action movie moment where like, you know, it's like usually it's like a buff dude. He's got like guns and shit. He's like burning down stuff. He's like, I'm gonna take on this. And she kind of does that. And it was fucking cool. It's so good. I really love how just her actress, oh my God, her name has left me and I feel so bad because I really like her. Sigourney Weaver, I believe is her name. She's amazing in all these movies that she's in. She is so good. I really do love the final scene though. Like in both Alien and Aliens, and you'll see it in later Aliens movies, they all do the same thing of like, hello brother. They all do the same thing of like, they introduce the alien, right? They have like the rap, and then they like, you know, have like that alien chasing you down the whole movie. It's scary, you know, and then, you know, everything seems to be over. And then, whoa, it survived. How did it get here? Whoa. And I like that. It was cool every time. The first movie did it best, obviously, because it was the first one. But I really do like the second one. Because, like, that queen alien just kind of, like, was like, fuck you, bitch. It was kind of funny. Bro's gonna put literally everything in A tier. Not quite. Not quite. We'll get there. But yeah, I just had to gush about Alien and Aliens. I watched those two back to back, and my God, they were so good. Did not expect it. But, let's move on, because we don't want to take all day, to Alien 3. Alright, so this is where I start to drop off a little bit with the Alien movies. Alien 3, to give it credit, I did watch by far the worst version. It was like I think it's the theater cut. I could not find the what's it called? I don't know what's called. It's not a director's cut. The director disowned this movie. He did not like it. He hates it. I didn't think it was that bad. I really liked Alien 3. The ending specifically, the setting was not my favorite. It was on like this little prison planet. That wasn't my favorite setting, but I did enjoy. It overall. It was the, again, spoilers for anybody who's watching this and has not seen Alien, or any of them. But the ending, where just like, I kind of like could see where it was going, but I didn't mind, because I thought it was good. Like, I don't like how the movie starts with immediately killing off Hicks and, Newt. Like, that was, like, they just kind of get killed off screen. I know why. It's because what the fuck do you do with those characters, I guess, is what they were kind of thinking. And I don't blame them. I was a little upset about Newt dying. I would have been, Hicks, that's fine. You know, that's fine. But Newt, I don't know. But it does end up kind of leading into the really cool ending with Ripley, again, spoilers, gets the queen alien, puts her egg inside of her. And so she kind of has to fucking, like, you know, realize, yeah, no, I can't let this bitch spawn. I cannot let her come back. And I do like the ending a lot. It was pretty good. But now we get to, probably a lot of people do not like this movie. Alien Resurrection. I'm gonna bump down Alien 3 to C tier, because Alien Resurrection, that is what that is, right? Yeah. That's Resurrection. What a weird goddamn movie. It takes place 200 years after Alien 3. And as you can tell, Ripley is still here. But Alien 3 ends with Ripley fucking dying. So it was like, whenever I was going into Alien Resurrection, I knew that Ripley was in it. So I was like, okay, well, it's called Resurrection, so I'm interested to see what that means. And yeah, no, the title's kind of self-explanatory. But in a not explanatory way. It makes no fucking sense. But I like that. As you can see, I like it a lot. Alien Resurrection is one of those movies that I know a lot of people don't like, and I don't blame them for not liking it. But god damn it, it was so weird. I really love the concepts. Okay, so basically, Ripley is gone. She is dead. But this fucking, as, you know, the theme of the series is that you have, like, the military and, like, the company. I think it's Weyland-Yutani is what they're called. They're always after the alien organisms, right? And, well, Ripley fucking got rid of the last one in Alien 3, so they're all fucking dead. But then this company, 200 years later, finally has the technology and, like, the skills. They just clone Ripley. And they make, like, a bunch of Ripley clones, but only one of them, like, survives. And then they take out the queen alien that's inside of the clone because it grew with her. And then they are able to use the queen alien to make more aliens. But then, like, it's weird because now the aliens are, like, humanoid kind of. They have, like, human traits, and Ripley has, like, alien traits. And I really like it. I really like that concept. There's a really weird, the ending part is very, very strange. Where the queen alien gives birth to, like, not eggs, like the normal aliens, like, gives birth to a, like, weird human alien. It was so fucking weird. It was so weird. But I really liked it. I really liked it. The ending was fucking crazy. How that thing dies. It was like, it's like the window. She uses okay, so Ripley has, like, acid blood, right? Because the aliens have acid blood. And so she, like, gets herself cut and then, like, flicks her blood on a window that melts it while they're in space. And then it just, like, fucking creates a tiny little hole that's, like, sucking everything out. And the, like, weird baby human alien gets like sucked onto the hole and slowly is like ripped apart by like the vacuum of space. It was fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck, man? But I really liked it. It was a really weird movie. But again, it's the kind of weird that I enjoy. But unfortunately, that was like, these are like the 4 Alien movies. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all take place after one another. But unfortunately, that was it. I'm going to put the Alien vs. Predator movies and have not watched. I have not watched those. And I have not played Alien Isolation. So we'll just get those out of the way. The next up is the 2012 movie. This movie came out in 97. This movie came out in 2012. Prometheus? Yeah, I'll put it there. Yeah, I liked Prometheus. I thought it was good. It's not called Alien. It's not called Alien Prometheus. There's not very many, like, aliens involved in the movie. But it does have a lot of the, like, kind of history of the entire world of the Alien universe. Like, they go a lot into, like, I think they're called the Engineers, is what they call them. There's some cool stuff with that. It's not very, like, scary. Not even a little bit. I mean, I didn't find any of these movies scary. I kind of laughed at them more than I thought they were scary. And that's not me just being a tough guy. I'm just a fucking weirdo. That's what that is. But Prometheus was interesting. Because it doesn't really explain everything. But it does explain some things. And it does introduce a really cool character in, what the fuck's his name? He's another android character, obviously. David. Yeah, David's, I think's his name. That's a really interesting character. But I'll get into why he's interesting later. In Prometheus, he kind of does, like, the whole thing with the Ash android from the first one. Where it's, like, the crew's like, hey, we have, like, we have our on-staff person. Alien 1, the twist was that they didn't know he was an android. In Prometheus, they do know he's an android. But he just starts being, like, weird. And he starts doing shit that everybody's going like, alright, he's up to something. Then you actually get to see Wayland, like the guy who made the whole company that the series kind of talks up a lot. So that was interesting. He also fucking dies, but, that's neither here nor there. But David was a very weird character. And he gets weirder, right? Because Prometheus was interesting. And then there was Alien Covenant. And, that's probably my least favorite of the movies. I don't think it's bad at all. It has actual aliens in it, first of all. But, like, they did that thing again. So Prometheus had the, her name, it was a doctor lady. But she was, like, the main character of that movie. And she does the whole Ripley, like, she's the last survivor. That yada yada. She takes David with her. Even though David got, like, kind of fucked up. She takes him, fix him in Alien Covenant. But also, they did the same goddamn thing they did in Alien 3. They did in this movie. Where they just, like, killed her off screen. And I was like, why? I mean, it's fine, I guess. I wasn't really invested in her character, but, I mean, to be fair, I didn't really have a goddamn chance to. But it did, in turn, make David a way more interesting character. David in Alien Covenant was so weird. He became, like, really fascinated with, like, the alien species. He, like, wiped out... There's, like, a scene in the movie where, like, it shows, like, a flashback of him and he, like, fucking wiped out all of the engineers that were still alive, apparently, which is kind of crazy. They aren't anymore. He fucking killed them all. And, yeah. Like, obviously I'm skipping over a lot of details for these movies. Just because I just want to yap. But, dear God, David's such a weird character. The ending of Covenant is like a holy shit kind of ending. Covenant ends with, like... So basically the movie has, like, the ship, the Covenant is the ship. They start naming, like, Prometheus was the ship of Prometheus. Covenant, the Covenant ship is like a, it's got like 2,000 humans on it that are being transported. They're like colony stuff, for like colonization efforts. And like, dear God, the ending of that movie. I kind of knew it was going to happen. But it was still like, holy shit when it did happen. Where David like fights like another, what the fuck was his name? I don't remember his name. Well, there was another android that him and David kind of like are at odds with each other. But they look the same, and I knew that was gonna come up because they looked the fucking same. And I was like, yeah. So I really hope that they eventually continue the ending of Covenant, or at least give us a wrap-up, because David basically gets access. He has some of those facehugger like eggs that he made. Yeah, he made. That's correct. He made them in that movie. He did not make the ones for Alien, I'm almost certain, because that wouldn't make sense otherwise. But he did make the ones in Covenant. And then it's just implied that he just has like all those like those fucking colonists, and he's just gonna like use them, and it's like, that's crazy. I have not had a follow-up on that, because next is Romulus. This is like the newest one. This one came out like 7 months ago, 7 months ago, and I, as you can see, really liked that movie. It was very good. Romulus, if like Prometheus is like the first in the timeline and Covenant was like the second, Romulus takes place between Alien and Aliens, right? And I really liked Romulus. It was very good. They kind of did an idea that they, like, I think there was a script writer who had it was like a very well-known Alien 3 script. They kind of took some ideas from that. There's some ideas taken from the first Alien, the Aliens, and oddly enough, Alien Resurrection even has some, like, there's like a little bit of that in Romulus, and it was very good. The main characters I really liked. I think the problem with Prometheus and Covenant was I didn't really give a fuck about most of the characters, except for like David and the doctor lady whom I forgot the name of. Like, they were good, they were fine, but I really just didn't care about them. Romulus does a lot better at making you at least care about most of them. The main girl who, let's see, what's her name? Her name was Rain. I'm really bad with names. Rain. She was great, but even more interesting was her quote-unquote brother, who, again, is a synthezoid android person, Andy. He was a really good character. So those two together just made for like a really enjoyable movie. There were some like twists that I was like, okay, damn. And like, I think, you know, like as you watch these Alien movies, you can kind of get the formula of like, oh, okay, so there's a big scary thing chasing them. You gotta like burn it, you gotta freeze it, you gotta whatever, right? You gotta blow it up, something. Romulus did a really good job of being like, yeah, but what do you do if there's like this many of them, or they're in this situation? And I really enjoyed just like that, just that whole fucking like, oh my god, it was pretty intense. I liked it. It was very good. The only problem with Romulus, and the reason it's not S tier, is it really does do a lot of callbacks. Like, they do a lot of those like, you remember this moment from Alien and Aliens, right? There's specifically a part, again, spoilers for all this, as if you haven't already been spoiled, but there's specifically a part near the ending of Romulus where Andy is protecting Rain from one of the xenomorphs, and he does the line from Aliens that Ripley says, which is, the "get away from her, you bitch." He says that. It's very funny. I thought it was funny. I kind of was like, oh, haha, yeah. I laughed, obviously, because what the fuck? Because he's not really a character that's been like set up to talk like that, and how his character is played is very like, Ripley's like, get away from her, you bitch, but he was more like, get away from her, you bitch, because that's how he talks. So it made it really funny, but. Yeah, I still really enjoyed Romulus. And I think that's going to be it, yeah. Again, I haven't watched Alien vs. Predator movies. and I have not played Alien Isolation, nor, honestly, do I really plan on playing it. I'm just not really interested. But yeah, that was me yapping about Alien movies for like 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm gonna switch things over now. So give me a second. Just gonna take a quick little BRB. I'm gonna just turn off this music. We're gonna take a quick little BRB as I get the game set up.